Now on CBS 12 News at 6, police under plenty of scrutiny this morning in Uvalde, Texas, waiting over an hour outside of Robb Elementary School before going inside to stop the shooter.
Maybe they could have acted faster. As the day goes by, we get more and more information.
Grieving parents demanding answers on what took so long to stop the shooter from killing their children.
Plus, the pilot who had a medical emergency mid-flight is speaking out for the first time about that moment.
There's no doubt God was with them, guiding them every step of the way.
What he remembers about those last moments in control of the plane.
And mostly dry skies out there this morning, but storms do return for your holiday weekend. I've got a closer look at the timing.
It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
And that new day is a Friday before the long weekend. Happy good morning to you. I'm Matt Lincoln.
And I'm Sam Kerrigan. That's right. We want to get a check on that forecast, of course, for that holiday weekend. Let's get right over to Lauren.
Skies mostly dry out there this morning. A few clouds off the coast makes for a pretty sunrise. A few showers off the coast as well. Looks like a little rain just popped up right now, right near Boca and Delray Beach across I-95. We're going to start to see a few more of these showers developing over the next several hours. And then we end up with a better chance of thunderstorms as we move into the afternoon today. You'll see it right here. A lot of moisture starts to move north. This is 1 o'clock later today. Just a couple showers out there, maybe an isolated storm. They become a little more numerous, though, closer to around 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Here's 7. Storms are continuing to linger outside. A little scattered shower or two might continue overnight, but I actually think we'll see some sun to start Saturday. This is 10 in the morning. Mostly dry, sunny skies. That's going to allow more instability out there. And then we'll see stronger storms moving through Saturday afternoon. This is a look at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So get out early if you have any outdoor plans, want to go to the beach, do some swimming, any boating. The earlier you go, the better shape you'll be in, since most of the activity is probably going to pop up in the afternoon hours. Heavy downpours will be our biggest threat as we move through the weekend. One of our computer models showing between 1 to 3 inches of rain will be possible between now and Sunday morning, with most of the rain I expect to fall during Saturday. Heaviest activity could probably be a little further north, closer to where the front boundary is, but overall just keep your umbrella handy as you move through the next few days. Matt, Sam.
Thanks, Lauren. We're starting off this Friday in great shape out on our roads. This is a check on the Treasure Coast, Port St. Lucie, I-95 and the Turnpike there near Becker Road running smoothly. Meanwhile, our traffic tracker is on I-95 heading north in West Palm Beach. It is also smooth sailing out there in both directions.
All right, Sam, thank you. We start with a live look right now at the White House here, where President Biden and the First Lady are preparing to visit Uvalde this Sunday. This tight-knit, predominantly Latino community is dealing with absolute unbearable grief following the mass shooting at an elementary school. I want to show you the faces of the victims. 19 students ranging in ages from 8 to 10 years old, and 2 teachers were shot and killed inside a 4th grade classroom. This is at Robb Elementary School west of San Antonio. These were happy, smiling kids. They loved to draw, play soccer. They were learning to play football, and they were loving to dance. We are also learning that the husband of Irma Garcia, one of the teachers who was killed, has also died. The husband. Family members say Joe Garcia had a heart attack shortly after learning about his wife's death. The couple had been together since high school. They'd been married 24 years, and they leave behind 4 children. Right now, a memorial is growing outside the school. You can see here 21 white crosses, one for each life that was tragically taken. Each cross has the name of each victim, along with sunflowers, and now parents have to plan their funerals after their lives were cut short.
This morning, police are facing a lot of new questions about their response to the shooting. The biggest one is whether the shooting could have been stopped sooner. Take a look. New video shows what appears to be the gunman moments before he enters the school. Authorities say the gunman was already inside the building for 4 minutes before officers arrived on the scene. Then once they did arrive, they had to wait for more resources before going in, giving the gunman time to go from classroom to classroom. Yeah, this video here is hard to watch. It shows police holding back parents desperate to get their kids during that time. It wasn't until over an hour later a Border Patrol tactical team arrived, entered the school, and killed the gunman. Right now, authorities are still working to determine a motive.
And this latest shooting sparking a debate on gun control once again across the country. Many of the most poignant calls are coming from those who are too young to vote, but still want their voices heard. Take a look. Students from coast to coast walking out of class to demand lawmakers do more to protect them from gun violence. You're looking at students from California, Washington, D.C., Wisconsin, and Michigan holding up signs and chanting, all coming together for one purpose, calling for stricter gun laws and more background checks. Also, March for Our Lives, a student-led group founded after the Parkland school shooting in 2018, has more than 100 protests planned nationwide for the next month. It includes Washington, D.C. In Florida, there are 6 planned marches. That includes the closest one in Parkland. All of these are marches planned for June 11th.
Well, now to a live look at the nation's capital, where the White House is urging Congress to act on gun reform. The White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, was pressed on any unilateral actions the president could take. She pointed to executive actions the White House has taken so far, including stemming the flow of untraceable ghost guns and stepping up enforcement of gun trafficking laws. But she says the administration can't do it alone and needs support from both parties.
There has not been any major actions taken at the federal level in the 4 years since 17 people lost their lives in the Parkland school shooting. And that is something that comes very hard for those parents who lost their kids that day. Max Schachter lost his son, Alex, 4 years ago. He's fighting to keep kids safe. He helped the federal government to launch this website, schoolsafety.gov. It includes all sorts of resources about school safety, and it's now being used by districts and law enforcement across the country. He's hoping to get 2 bills passed to help stop potential attacks on schools. But so far, those bills are not moving forward in Washington.
I thought that after Uvalde and after 19 children and 2 teachers were brutally murdered, that Congress would be able to put their partisan politics aside and do something for the good of the country.
Right now, it looks like lawmakers will not be voting on any legislation soon. The House and Senate are both on Memorial Day recess for the next 10 days.
We know all of this news coming in. It's not easy to hear or see. If you or someone you know needs emotional and mental health support, you can call the number on your screen to talk with a counselor. That number is 211. Specialists are available any time of the day to help.
Well, time is now 6:07, and this morning Governor DeSantis signed a series of bills to help the state's property insurance crisis following a special session in Tallahassee this week. Bills aim to lower premiums for homeowners by limiting roof damage claims and lawsuits that insurance companies say are driving up rates. It'll likely be months or even a year before homeowners notice any changes to their rates. Democrats did propose amendments to immediately freeze or reduce rates, but those were rejected. Governor also signed a condo safety bill. This new law will set up a system of required inspections for condo buildings 3 stories or higher. After initial inspections, the buildings would have to go through the process every 10 years. Inspections would be required for buildings that have been occupied for 30 years or for 25 years if those buildings are within 3 miles of a coastline.
It is 6:07 right now. For the first time, CBS 12 News is hearing from the pilot who had a medical emergency mid-flight earlier this month. A passenger on the plane with no flight experience was forced to land the plane at Palm Beach International Airport. The pilot, Kenneth Allen, is now out of the hospital and recovering from a serious tear in one of his heart's main arteries. Allen says he remembers taking off from the Bahamas as planned. Then about 60 miles offshore, his head started pounding.
My head was pounding, and I was seeing some little blue lights shining through or sparkling through here. And they asked me, what does that mean? I said, I don't know, I got a really bad headache. And then I remember him poking me on the side of my arm saying, stay with me, stay with me. Well, then that was it.
So the passenger was able to land the plane with the help of air traffic controllers. Good news here, Allen's doctors say he will make a full recovery and be able to fly again.
We want to show you this, a fire breaking out in the funnel area of the Carnival Freedom cruise ship while it was docked in Grand Turk. That is scary right there. The Port Canaveral-based company says the fire actually was put out quickly. It's unclear if the ship will be able to return to Florida on Saturday as scheduled. Ship is carrying about 3,600 crew and passengers, but no one was hurt.
6:09 right now. Health experts are investigating more monkeypox cases popping up in the United States. What the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is now recommending to control the spread.
Plus, time is ticking for the start of hurricane season. It's time to stock up on all your supplies if you haven't yet. Next, the supplies that are tax-free for the next 2 weeks. We'll tell you.
And before we head to break, here is a live look from Phil Foster Park in Riviera Beach. The sun just starting to peek out on this Friday morning. Lauren Oleski is going to have your full forecast when we come back after this break. Stay with us.